I've had my channel for about 7, 8 years now, and ever since the beginning, I was interested in K-beauty. It really, for me, all started with skincare, but slowly branched out into makeup. In today's video, I wanted to give you my top K-beauty recommendation in every single category. I do have a few exceptions. We'll get to those, but let's just jump in. We can't talk about beauty until we talk about skin prep as well as skincare. Now, I'm currently on a little bit of a skincare journey, so I didn't want to quite recommend a bunch of products that I'm just now trying. These are the staples, starting with toner. The Tier Milk Skin Toner is my favorite K-beauty toner. If you've heard of something like the Laneige Cream Skin, the Tier is actually a little bit thinner, and I find that it gives me more moisture than the Laneige. So if you have more dry skin, you might actually be better going off with the Milk Skin Toner or even the light version of the Tier. But I personally saw better results with this one. It really makes my skin feel immediately soothed. It adds a nice suppleness. I feel like I could truly layer it on without it starting to feel greasy, without it pilling up. And I have just found that when I need my skin to feel very soothed and calmed in a relatively lightweight way, the Tier Milk Skin Toner is absolutely where I go to. This does have chamomile extract and rice bran extract. Both are incredibly good at soothing the skin. And rice bran extract is really good as far as probiotics go. Fermented ingredients are huge for me in K-beauty skincare. Galactomyces filtrate for men is a huge one for me. And though I could absolutely go on here and recommend like the SK2 facial treatment essence, I do want to talk about more current favorites. I've loved that one for a really long time. It is very, very expensive though. But what I will say is that having probiotics in your skincare can be a real game changer. Really, really love the Milk Skin Toner. As far as my favorite essence, we have the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. This is absolutely next level, you guys. It has this beautiful, plushy, supple texture. It truly does feel like an incredibly lightweight lotion that does not leave your skin feeling oily. It immediately is absorbed, but you're still left with a nice bounce to your skin. The texture is gorgeous, but also the way it soothes your barrier immediately and makeup goes so perfectly on top. To me, it's the perfect intersection of good skin prep with also good skincare. This also has black rice probiotics within the product, and black rice has even more antioxidants. It's just an absolutely fantastic line. And I would say, like, across the board, as far as new brands I've tried this year, I'm talking Western, Eastern, Haru Haru Wonder is an absolute standout. They are creating some absolutely fantastic products. Though I do love a lot of different K-beauty skincare products, like I mentioned. Like I could mention an oil cleanser, a wash, because I haven't used those products that I've loved for a long time in a while. I don't feel comfortable coming back and recommending them 100% right now. So I'm focusing on the products that I feel 100% about right now, today. The Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. Now, this is the mini. I bought the mini so that I could take it with me traveling. This is the best K-beauty SPF out there, in my humble opinion. There are others that I really enjoy, and honestly, I'll be honest, Asian sunscreens are probably the only sunscreens that I'm really putting on my face at this point. I'll do a tinted sunscreen like here and there, but truly they are the best cosmetically as far as the actual protection you're getting. If you haven't tried K-beauty SPFs and you're someone that still has trouble getting into a daily SPF routine, it will make your life and make that routine so much more possible because it kind of eliminates all of the gripes that we typically have with sunscreen. There are so many formulas that lean more matte. There are so many formulas that are very hydrating but not greasy and feel like, diaper rash cream. And I just had to recommend this one because to me, it is just absolute perfection. So it is SPF 50. It's like a very lightweight lotion. There's no alcohol, there is no fragrance. Immediately melts on the skin, leaves a very soft, radiant finish, does not slip slide around. Just truly feels like a lightweight lotion that you would have already put on in your skincare routine. And that's what I look for as far as SPFs go. This is my all-time favorite and the one that I think is the absolute best. For me, it keeps my skin hydrated. It doesn't kind of dry out the skin with a bunch of alcohols. But I will say if you have more oily skin, I would recommend the one from Haru Haru Wonder. That one also does not have alcohols. I really try to resist recommending too many products with alcohols in them because no matter if you have dry or oily skin, they're just not awesome for your skin. So I would say go with the Haru Haru Wonder SPF. I'll leave links down below to everything, but go with that one if you have more oily skin. But if you have, more normal to dry skin, the Isntree is what I would lead you to. I love both though. When I found this SPF, I was absolutely floored when I tried that SPF for the first time. There are a lot of SPFs that get a lot of hype and as far as K-beauty goes, and I still think that this one is underrated somehow. Now, let's talk about complexion. Complexion in K-beauty is always a little bit difficult because there are some products that just do not have the shade range. We're going to talk about one BB cream and then we're going to talk about one cushion foundation. So as far as BB cream goes, the Misha Perfect Cover BB cream, I am wearing it today in the shade 23 though. I will be honest, I think the shade 13 is probably a little bit of a better shade match for me in the winter. I have loved this product since the beginning of my channel. You can go back and look at my old videos, but honestly, I don't know if you want to do that. This gives me immediate medium coverage, a beautiful blur. It adds this really beautified effect in the true way that a beauty balm should. Your skin looks more blurred. There's a beautiful radiance to it without it being a greasy finish. There are so many base products coming out all of the time here in the States. A lot of them lean super, super, super dewy. I mean, a lot of these skin tints I think are incredibly dewy that I think it kind of makes people afraid of a more radiant finish because it's become so drastic. This is what I look for when it comes to a dewy finish. It's soft dewiness. It's suppleness in the skin. It looks like healthy skin. Not only all of that, this wears all day for me. I would recommend setting it with powder if you do have more oily skin. I can get away with not because I have more dry skin. But I'm telling you guys, I know that there are huge fans of this that will sound off in the comments and be like, this is also like one of my favorite products. There is SPF 42 in here, though I wouldn't recommend, relying on this for SPF. It is incredibly affordable. You get 1.69 ounces. So not only is it affordable, you get a bunch of product, it's just a really insanely good formula. I actually did an entire dedicated video about this like last summer just to be like, you guys remember that this product is amazing. Anyway, it is impeccable. And I've tried the cushion. I think that the OG, the BB cream is the best. And also the shade 23 has a little bit of a grayness to it. So if you have more olive skin, let me know down below if this has ended up working for you because I have a feeling that it has. The only thing I don't like about the Misha is that the shade range is limited. That has always consistently been an issue with K-beauty products. However, we have brands now that are really setting new standards. Tier has a much better shade range and the formulas are insane. So as far as cushion foundations go, you guys, I've tried a lot with a lot of mixed results, you guys. Like there are some cushion foundations that I just put on and I'm like, this looks really bad. I don't know what's going on with like the newer launches with cushion foundations. I have just found a lot of them to be bad. I'm just going to be honest. The ones that I have liked are from Tier, and it's two specific ones. I love the Mask Red Fit Cushion for a more glamorous look, or if you have slightly more oily skin. This will give you like full glam immediately. So if you love a lot of coverage, you really love that perfected look, you will get it with this. And it also wears a really long time. This to me for every day is a little bit too much coverage. I find it to look very glamorous and beautiful, but sometimes I just don't want all of that. You know what I mean? For me, my perfect everyday cushion from Tier is actually the Aura cushion. I will say these do have a dry down or like an oxidation period. So for me, this shade 21W Ivory, see it right there? It's going to dry a touch darker. I'll let it sit so that you guys can get a better look at the actual shade. And then I have 21N Ivory in the Mask Fit red cushion, and that's right below. I can use either of these shades. I also really like the shade 17W. So there you go. You can see that the neutral is definitely way more neutral, and then 21W is probably better for me. Getting back to the Mask Fit Aura cushion, this one has a little bit less coverage than the Mask Fit red cushion. And by the way, I got the mini version of the Tier red mask cushion like earlier this year when I was trying it, but this is the full size. So the reason this one is my favorite cushion foundation is it's that perfect balance between sitting really closely on the skin, giving me really pretty coverage, lasting well. And I love that it gives me a really pretty glow while still like remaining relatively lightweight on the skin. I have noticed personally that a lot of cushion foundations start to look weird after you continue to wear them, and these hold up. The longevity of them is there, and to me that's incredibly important. Obviously, like, it's nice if something looks good upon like initial application, but you know, if in an hour it looks weird and crackly, then I just don't want to wear it. So I think Tier does an incredible job both with the formulas as well as the shade ranges. So I do highly, highly recommend these two cushion foundations. I do still plan on doing my cushion foundation roundup because it sounds like you guys really wanted me to do that video. But it's a little bit of a spoiler that these, like, Tier is definitely top of the list, and these are my two faves. So again, BB cream, top category, cushion foundation, one for each skin type. I hope you guys don't mind that it's like not 100% just one product for each category. Okay, anyway, now we're going to be a little bit stricter as we go through the video. For example, concealer, I don't have a favorite K-Beauty concealer that I even want to recommend. I've tried the one from Same. I've tried the one from a Pew. I've tried a few others. None have just been amazing for me. And a lot of you guys know how picky I am with concealers. It just, for me, I didn't want to sit here and recommend a concealer just to recommend a concealer. I would rather save my money and invest in something like the Kosas Revealer Concealer. But I'm always open to your recommendations if you think there's something that I would like. And honestly, the same thing goes with bronzer. I've tried a few contour products from K-Beauty brands, but bronzer isn't a huge product category as far as K-Beauty goes. And again, I just don't want to recommend a product just to recommend a product. So just being like completely transparent here. Now, when we expand to all of Asian beauty, there is one that I really, really enjoy, and it's from Floris's, but I don't want to talk about a Chinese brand in this video, but like really good. Okay, but anyway, so let's talk about blush. I think you guys are going to be really surprised by this pick, maybe? Everyone is talking about the Fui pudding pots. And listen, it's what is on my lips, but this is actually one of the best cream cheek products that I have used with K-Beauty products, period. Also one of the best lip products. This is a truly multifunctional powerhouse product, so many different shades, insane beautifying blur. Getting back to this as a blush, it is the most perfect cream blush. They could market this just as a cream blush, and I would be absolutely floored to recommend this product to you guys. So again, it's what is on my cheeks today. You guys know I love a red blush. It's the shade Ambitious, but I also love the shade My. Actually, the shade My is like my perfect everyday blush. When it goes onto the cheeks, it just melts and blurs wherever you put it. It's almost like a little pudding filter in a little pot. It's just, not only is it cute, it's fun. The formula stands on its own as being absolutely fantastic. You know, there are so many viral products that are just like so bad. But this product that I found this year, the Fui Pudding Pots, they deserve all of the accolades that they get. I know that part of the reason they went viral is the texture itself. To me, this is such a beautiful product because it's fun. It has that really interesting texture, but the actual performance, the way it applies on the skin is delightful. I mean, look at the lip. You know, a lot of people have trouble matching their cheek and their lip. When you have this product, you can apply it on the lips and the cheeks and you're done. So freaking fantastic. I'm really over the moon that I finally tried these. And not gonna lie, my next Yes Style order, this is going to be a product that I am picking up multiple shades of. Like, I want every shade that they have. One of my favorite blotted lips that I've ever used, period. I do have other lip products that I wanted to recommend, but I did want to like give a huge shout out to this as also a lip product that, you know, there are so many matte lip products that are very unflattering. If you are looking for a matte kind of blotted lip color, tried a lot, this one is fantastic. So huge recommendation to this multifunctional powerhouse K-beauty product. Just insane. Now, let's go ahead and get into highlight. The Hints highlight. This is the shade Lighting LT001. Pretty much exact dupe for the Chanel Essentiel Balm. Gorgeous, balmy radiance. If you're someone that wants a truly natural highlight, has that pretty glossy effect, but also isn't Vaseline-y, that isn't heavy. This is such a unique formula. It's really a huge reason why I love talking about K-beauty is the uniqueness of a lot of the formulas. You know, this feels like a gel cream stick. It is very different than a lot of the typical stick highlights that just feel like very metallic. There's this gorgeous kind of translucence. There's almost a slight blur to it. Really makes the skin sing. So if you have difficulty, I will say, with dullness on your skin, you just find that overall your skin is lacking in a luminosity. You could even take this under your foundation, apply it on the high points of the cheeks. You could wear this without makeup completely. I mean, how many makeup products can you say that about? It will just make your skin look so fresh, so healthy. Definitely a glassy glow product, but you don't have to worry about it this, like, you see how it has that really pretty glassy shine, but it doesn't feel like thick, glossy highlight, which some lean on that feeling to give you the glossiness, but this one does not. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the eyes. I know you guys are probably excited about this. I am as well. But I'm gonna kind of throw a switch up on you guys. I have two different eye products. I have a palette and then I have a single shadow that I wanted to recommend that are like my top favorites. Let's first start with the single shadow. It's from Holika Holika, my favorite piece, Glitch Shadow in the shade Moonshine. It is what is on my eyes. I love this kind of squishy glitter from Holika Holika. They killed it with this formula. I love this shade as well. It's very reminiscent of a lot of luxury single shadows on the market from Western beauty brands. And obviously a lot of K-beauty is so much more affordable. I mean, you could probably get like 5 of these for the price of one. There's just enough translucence while also having enough pigment to actually make an impact. The glitters are soft. The formula is nice and squishy and bouncy, so it really lays on the skin closely and really creates this optimal shine. A nice balance of being creamy, you know, not too dry, but also not like too thick and heavy. It's a really great formula through and through. I love the shine. I love the sparkle. If you're a champagne person, I highly recommend this shade too. I hope they come out with like a smoky brown because of course I would want a smoky brown and this kind of formula, right? But as far as palettes go, you know, this one was really hard for me because what I kind of realized as I was prepping for this video is that I actually prefer a lot of Chinese eyeshadow formulas to K-Beauty. I like more pigment, I like more shine, and I've tried a lot of different formulas. But again, this shadow, as well as the palette I'm about to talk about, are the ones that I personally think are the best of the best. The Clio Soft Depth Eyeshadow Palette, they call it the Shade and Shadow because I'm pretty sure you can like use these on the face if you'd like. This is the 02 palette. The reason I'm recommending this palette in particular is that for me personally, I like a really creamy matte. I like something that feels blurring and softening on the eyelids. I love a matte formula that has some pigment to it that can actually be built up. And overall, you know, I lean towards creams and I need a formula that also is going to have a really soft, hydrated effect on the eyes rather than a really powdery kind of dry look. And I have found I do have still some other palettes to try. Like I need to try my Lily by Red Mood palette. That one looks really, really promising. But you know, I've tried a lot of other palettes. I do enjoy and like the Desique palettes, but Clio I think has a superb texture within their palettes. I could very easily recommend a lot of their other matte palettes. I just think in general, if you're looking for very, very good mattes that are blendable, that are really soft on the skin, I would personally go with Clio. I think that they kill it as far as their formulas go. The shimmers are also really pretty too. Again, I think the matte formulas in their palettes are really where they shine. Now, as far as mascaras go, I'm having a little bit of trouble here. I don't think I'm going to recommend a mascara only because a lot of the mascaras that I've been trying from K-beauty brands and also other Asian beauty brands, they're incredibly difficult to take off. And though you can, when I'm using them very consistently, my lashes start to do poorly. So I'm a little bit on the fence about that. I will say though that the Clio Kill Lash Extreme Volume is a very, very good tubing mascara. So if you do like a tubing mascara, you could go for this one. I think I still have some more work to do in this category. I have been having luck with a couple of Japanese mascaras, so maybe I'll save that for another video. Let's quickly talk about the brows. So the Han All Brow Fixer from Romand is very, very good. If you're looking for just a very classic clear brow gel that's going to hold up the brows beautifully, affordable, just like very stable, good formula, this is definitely one I would recommend. It's not like an insane hold brow gel, but I think for the everyday person that just wants a very consistent medium hold, a brow gel with a lot of product actually in the tube, and a tiny brush for more detail, I think that you will really enjoy this one. And I love that there's no like weird flaking or white cast in the brows. Now, let's go ahead and talk about lip products. Again, I've already mentioned and talked about the Fui. So again, make sure to go check out that portion of the video if you're curious about my thoughts about this. What's on my lips? It's holy grail status. But I didn't want to just do one lip. You know what I mean? I thought we could break it up into like smaller categories because I'll be honest, K-beauty lip products are, you guys, I don't know, I have way too many. I'll just say that. I love trying different K-beauty lip formulas. These are not all of the lip formulas that I love. And it pains me to even pick one of each of these categories, but this is the point of the video is to try and do that. So I'm going to do that. But if there are specific videos that are coming up in your brain right now, you're like, I hope Amanda does this video about this, XYZ, whatever. I'm listening. So please leave me a comment down below. I'm really open to all of your feedback. I want my channel to be as valuable as possible. That's what I pride myself on. So please leave me a comment down below if there are certain videos you're looking for. Now, let's talk first about lip gloss. For a long time, I didn't think I liked a lot of K-beauty lip glosses. A lot of them were quite thick or the pigmentation was pretty heavy. And I like more of a lighter pigmentation, at least in the sense of I don't want a lot of white base pigment to my lip glosses. I want them to be a little bit more translucent. The Glasting Gloss from Romand is the shade Deep and More. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful lip gloss. Feels very plushy on the lips. It adds a gorgeous shine. Feels very luxurious. You know, as far as lip glosses go, just as good as, you know, Armani, Ford, all of the luxury brands. And, you know, this is absolutely not luxury priced. If you really do prefer a gloss that isn't very heavy and gloopy on the lips, but you still want a nice shine, this is the one that I would recommend. It's just fantastic. Now, let's talk about lip balm. There are a lot of different ways I could go with this one. I'm gonna talk about this glaze balm from Tony Moly. This is pretty much an exact dupe for the Hourglass glossy balms, and it's just a freaking fantastic formula. Highly, highly recommend. This is the shade 01. It just immediately adds a beautiful shine, really softens the lip lines, feels secure as well on the lips. It's not very oily, and sometimes a more oily product can feel like it's kind of leaching. That's probably not the right word, but it's kind of like moving outside the lip lines, and that's a very uncomfortable feeling for me. I think it comes from back in the day when I had some moderate acne, you know, in my teens, and that idea of grease getting on my skin and then potentially breaking out was very hard for me. I really didn't like that feeling. So now, you know, years and years later, I still don't like that feeling of oil kind of like moving outside of my lip lines. It feels messy, it's uncomfortable for me. This has the security that I really like out of a shiny glazed balm look. Very plushy. Again, I love this shade 01. I've only tried this shade, but I'd love to try others. Lip liner. The Smiley Lip Blending Sticks by Lily by Red. Please someone leave me a comment down below and remind me to try the Lily by Red eyeshadow palette, because I have a very, very good feeling that that palette is going to absolutely slap, and I just haven't gotten the time to test it. But the Smiley Lip Blending Stick, this one is in the shade 02. It just offers you that immediate blurred lip line. So if you really enjoy that look, highly, highly recommend. I feel like this is very similar to something like the Refi lip blurs, though I haven't tried those. But this is really good for someone that loves that more blotted lip look. You want to do, even you could use this as just a lipstick in general. Very pretty product, and really glad I tried it. Now, for lip stains, you guys, this is so painful. I love so many different lip stains. Like, I have so many favorites. Lip stains are one of my favorite lip products ever. I would love to do like some sort of video on lip stains, like maybe reviewing my entire collection or something crazy like that. But essentially, these two lip products, as far as formula goes, are like the same. I don't really see much of a difference at all with them. So I'm going to mention both just because I think they're the same and you could go with either. Does this count as one product for the category if it's, I feel like, the same formula, but it's two different brands? The Apew Juicy Pang tints, as well as the Romand Juicy Lasting tints. These, to me, it's just about what color you want to find and you like more. For everyday, the shade Pomelo Skin is stunning. I also love I think it's called Dark Coconut shade from Romand. I think Romand does a really good job of doing more neutral kind of shades, or shades with, I'll say, a little bit less pink, you know, and they're slightly more warm yellow leaning. They do a really good job doing those shades, so I want to give like a huge shout out to that. But Apew to me is like kind of the OG, one of the first lip products that I ever tried. So creamy, beautiful. They don't feel like those drying classic lip stains. They have a cushion and a bounce. They have a really nice glide to them, and they leave behind a really pretty shiny finish that isn't too shiny. They actually feel somehow nourishing on the lips while also being a lip stain. So they're kind of like the perfect product, in my opinion. One of my favorite lip formulas ever. And again, I think it just depends on what kind of shade you want to go for. I love using Pomelo Skin as like almost a lip liner, and then kind of blending into the middle of the lips to give me a very natural look. But I don't think you can really go wrong with either of these. Just find a shade that really sings on your skin. Completely fantastic lip products. And last but certainly not least, we have the Tier Mask Fit Makeup Fixer. This makeup setting mist is beautiful because it makes my makeup last longer. The fine mist, like listen to this. So fine. Really luxurious. I mean, sometimes you don't even get that kind of mist with a luxury makeup setting spray. Really gorgeous, incredibly fine, goes onto the skin, and it leaves a nice radiance. It's not a mattifying setting mist. So if you're looking for mattifying, you might not be happy with this, but if you want to remain some radiance, if you like all of your makeup to kind of blend in together and then be set, very, very good. Yeah, they said it's long-lasting, blurring effect, and then a moist finish. I would agree with all of those. And if you pair this with like one of their cushion foundations, you're gonna get like an insanely long-lasting finish. And those are all of my top K-beauty products in every category. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I know there were a few missing categories, but make sure you're subscribed so you can keep seeing me test more products going into 2025. I'm always testing. These are the ones I just had to mention as top favorites. Thank you guys, of course, for being here, and I will see you in my next one.